Hey y'all. Welcome back to Just a Girl Talk. As you guys can see, we are here tonight. I am Janine, your host, and we have our first panel discussion over here on my channel. I'm really excited for tonight's conversation. As always, we are always discussing ways to come together, bridge the gap between Black men and Black women, and just our overall community to create, healthy environments, healthy families, all that good stuff. So we're going to jump right on in and allow everyone to introduce themselves, and we'll jump right into the conversation for tonight.
Go ahead, Jaya. Whoever wants to go first.
Should have just went, honey.
I don't need to introduce myself.
Oh, gosh.
Go ahead, Kat. You can go.
Sure. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hey, everybody in Jag world. Okay, just the girl. By the way, thank you so much, Janine, for having me. I'm so excited to be here for the first time for the first panel discussion. That's my girl right there. I'm just so excited. So, my name's Kay. Some of y'all probably see me off TikTok or a few times just with her panel or whatever. But I'm just here, just being a sister, just to support her. And I'm also a minister of the gospel and a therapist in training as well. So that's who I am. So that's just my little intro. So happy to be here, y'all.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey everybody, my name is Derek. I'm just excited to be on my first panel. I've been preaching, I guess the red pill, I guess, for a while now. So we're gonna see how this goes.
So let's get right into it. So first topic of the day is the word deserve. We hear the word deserve thrown around a lot from both men and women on the internet, saying about what they deserve from each other. And I believe that you only deserve what you earn in this world. Excuse me. Why do y'all think that people throw around the word deserve so much? And why do y'all think they believe they deserve things they haven't earned? Let's start with you, Derek. You go first.
uh, Honestly, like I think people work hard for who they perceive themselves to be. So to be like, like I put the work into this, I make this money, like I've been through this, I've been through that. So they use the word deserve to say, like I deserve something better because I am better. It's like they take their value. It's like they overinflate their value for who they think that they are. But people don't understand that the market makes your value. Like you
Mm-hmm.
don't make your value. The market makes your value. So when a person says deserve of something, you might think you deserve something, but that's not what the market thinks.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much you work, no matter what you do in life, you cannot dictate what your value is. People tell you, like people literally tell you if I was in the
That's
sexual marketplace, not
that's
in as far as you yourself, as far as like like
another
if you're
thing.
like a nurse, right? If you're a nurse, then your value is higher than the CNA, point
Right.
blank.
Right.
But when it comes to the sexual marketplace, you could think that you are a 10, good job and all that, but if you're not getting those results, that's not what you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
I think for me, I think that starts, a lot of this starts at home. I think that a lot of parents, especially with our daughters, I think this is coming from a lot of fathers where, they make their daughters think they can have the world and they tell them that they're princesses and, whatever they can't have, daddy will get it for them. So a lot of fathers create a lot of entitled daughters, and they don't set them up to understand that everyone is not daddy and everyone is not going to say yes and everyone's not going to treat you like you're a princess. And if you create this narrative that she can have whatever she wants, because again, this is what daddy's little girl can have, it creates very unrealistic things. And I think that obviously not everyone doesn't grow with the father hearing that. So even if you might hear from your mother as well, telling you how beautiful you are and how great you are, and everything that you want is yours, and we kind of have this very no one's really teach you about working hard because you've been told from a small child that, you deserve the world. If you want whatever you want, you can have it. And even the whole dream big type of thought process for us is just dream big and you can, and it'll come true. But no one's really telling you about, you just can't dream. You got to put the work in for the dream that you have. So I think a lot of this definitely is starts at home with how it comes off for a lot of our daughters about working hard. But also, yes, you can get what you want if you work hard for it. It needs to be what we start to emphasize. And I don't think that's emphasized enough when we're raising our children, especially our daughters.
But hold on. When you say work hard,
If you earn it,
are
that's
you?
earning
But
it.
I think it's what are you working hard toward? Are you working hard to be a wife, or are you just saying work hard in life? Like because working hard in life is different than working hard, in a relationship. Because I don't think enough uh people don't understand the dichotomy of relationship. I think when people hear
Oh yeah,
relationship,
I think definitely you have
you
to work
know,
hard for a relationship for sure. I think most women are, even that most women are not raised to believe they need to work hard for a man, to get the men that they want. They don't believe that they have to. They feel like they shouldn't have to work hard. If they have to work hard, then the man is not for them, which I don't agree with at all. Again, anything that you want in life, any aspect of your life, you have to work hard for it, which again, we don't determine our marketplace value. So if you are a woman who wants a certain type of man, you need to work hard on yourself physically, spiritually, mentally to get the results that you want. So I think for us, we really only work hard for our education. Everything else, we think we can just kind of, you know, do whatever with.
well, do you think that's like just piggyback what you were saying about how you were raised? Um, when you say like the mom tells them like princess or something like that, you deserve everything like that. But don't you think that when you become an adult, you kind of like see like that's not how it is? Like when do people like take a piece of like life and say, hey, I was told that, but I'm not getting those results. So let
Mm,
me try something different. I think that how we were raised,
That's the part I
kind of
don't
like
understand.
it kind of like defines us as people. But moving forward, on when we become an adult, you take those tools and use them. But if you know they weren't like the right tools, why would you keep using them? Why wouldn't you change and say, hey, you know, uh, yeah, I was told I could be a passenger princess, whatever the case is, but that's not working.
mm. Go ahead,
So
Kay.
I mean, that's the thing.
Let me, Kay. Why, why? I don't. I mean, we can go. We can go on and on about why, because the tools. It's this is. I mean, so many. But Kay, why do you think we keep using those same rotten tools that haven't?
This is such a layered conversation. Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think it also stems from a lot of parents have raised their children to not experience failure or not to like how to deal with delayed gratification. So I think that deserving comes from that entitled mindset. Like I can expect certain rewards without earning them.
Mm,
Um, giving the little girl everything that she wants. She can get what she wants. And that doesn't build patience. It doesn't build compromise. It doesn't build learning how to deal with conflict when things don't go your way. And I
mm,
also think that that also has caused a lot of women to think that they deserve things like admiration, love, or success as a way to compensate for their insecurities or even some unmet needs that they had as a child. I think it goes even back then to that. And this goes for men too. Women and men experience this, but I just think that a lot of times people overestimate themselves. And look at social media, for example. Everybody's showing the glitz and the glamour. Nobody's going to show like the challenging parts of their lives. They're not going to post that, but people are like, well, because they have that, I should get it too. If they have it, I deserve it. Why don't
mm,
I deserve something like that? But if you want something, you do have to put the effort into it. And that takes a lot of patience and learning how to deal when things don't go your way all the time. So
yeah.
yeah,
And I
it's an
and I
entitlement.
and I think the tough part is, like you said, why we don't wake up and be like, oh, this is not working. Everything I say that I want, I'm not getting. And the issue comes again, I can speak for just as women per se, we never get it because no, we don't have people in our lives making us get it. We everyone tells you that
That the same tools work. That's what I was
yes.
going to say.
So no one, you can't even if you wanted to say maybe this ain't working, maybe I know something wrong, you'll have somebody right in the right side of you and the left side telling you, girl, no, that's not true. Keep trying. Like they won't tell you to take a
Switch
different.
it up.
You should go to the left because the right hasn't been working. No, they will tell you that no, you deserve the right. And until
Yeah,
somebody comes in
you
your life,
deserve better. That's the term. You deserve better.
I mean, I think that you guys do figure it out. You just figure it out when you're like when you realize life, it has
When
passed
it's
you by.
too
Like
late.
let's say like Vivica Fox,
yeah, it's too late.
she
At that point,
realized like, hey, like I want to get married now, but you're old, like you're not like desirable anymore. So I think that
It seems like they all coming out now. Y'all been seeing it. Like I just seen a girl Roxy from 106 in Park. She just came out and said
yeah, she
how
yeah, she definitely just came out. Yeah,
prioritized her career and all this.
no
mhm,
kids. She has no nothing to like. She had no, like all everything that she garnered, everything that she built up. She had no one to leave it to, and that's the part where like the
The
woman
young,
should like want to have a kid, and, get married, but prioritizing your
I think she said
career
she was
is
what
crazy.
43 now.
I
I
think
think
she
43,
40.
yeah,
Is she 43? Okay,
43.
yeah, 43.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's and that ain't old in life, but it's old to start that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
Bro, no, that's
uh,
old for a woman, period. Like a woman at 43, you're old. Like you're old in the sexual marketplace. You're
no,
not
for
old, like
sure.
you said, in
That's
life,
why I
but
said
like
to start that type of shit. You trying to have babies and all that at
she's
43. That's
priced out
that's
the
late
game.
game.
She,
Yeah.
Yeah,
she out the game.
you
And
out, you
Like,
out. No question.
and the crazy part about it
But
is, I think. Oh, sorry, honey. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that the young girls that's out here, they should see these ladies as examples, like,
Hmm.
and not to knock them or whatever because they made their choices. So they got to live with what they did. But at the same time, the young girls should see this and understand that that's what that road ahead got for you.
Hmm.
but that's not portrayed in the black culture. In the black culture, it's be naked, show your body, and you'll eventually get somebody. It's not
Why that,
like
why that gotta be our
that's
culture
not
though?
be-
Why that gotta be
because
our culture? Why that can't be somebody else?
sex sells. Sex sells, and
That
we are
shit
the
won't
sexiest
sell if
people.
won't
But
sell if it's tan or white.
we're the most desirable people on earth, white people, because we're the most diverse when it comes to color and stuff like that, body types like that. Like, so we're the most desirable. So we're the sexiest. So when you look on TV, everything about black people is like just music and sex. So I mean, if you go as a woman, you're like, well, if I could just lay down, don't go to work, just lay down, get my ass bust for however time, and I can get money for it. Why not? Or if I could go online and show like my butt and get a million views and get monetized, like why not?
Cause you gonna wind up like one of them.
Bro,
No,
women are naturally lazy. Women are lazy. Like when it comes to work, not when it comes to like, but they're lazy.
I
Like
can't even
women
say
don't want
that,
to
bro.
work.
To
Women,
these women
women don't work.
today, to these
They work
women
because they
today,
have to. It's a difference.
when it comes down to work, they ain't that fucking lazy, bro.
No, no, you don't get what I'm saying. Women work because they have to. Men work because we want to. Like if you ask a man, like, hey, like you want to sit at home all day? Nah, I want to go work. Yes, a woman, you want to sit at home all day? I pay the bills. Yeah, I sit at home all day because that's how women are naturally. That's the natural in their DNA. So,
you agree with that,
but
KK?
why you
But
think
you don't think that shit's been broken?
no? Women have to work because because the men aren't
But no, they
providing
want
enough. If
to.
you if you have nobody to provide for you, you have to work. But if you ask a woman, would you like to work or would you like to stay home and take care of the house? They're naturally going to say take care of the house. But there's nobody to
But
provide for them, so they have to work.
they want to work because they want to. They feel like working gives them their word. So
KK,
Nah,
as
nah,
long as
hell nah,
as long as I
bro.
can keep working, I can keep my word. So if
K,
I
do you agree
if
with
I
that?
let you take care of me, you taking my word away. So fuck that. I'd rather have my word before I
K,
let.
do you agree with
That's
that?
what I hear.
Do you believe that women um prefer well, they don't want to work, or what is it? Lazy, whatever you want to. What do you think?
I think there's a certain sect of women who know that, hey, if I have to bring the money to pay the bills, I got to take care of my family. I have to do what I have to do. But then there are other women who don't want to work because she wants a certain lifestyle. Like I think that those are two different types of women. I know I mean, I come from a single mom family, and my mom had to work, you know, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm working so that I can flex, or to say I don't need a man, or
Mhm.
to say that I don't need anybody, or you know, I know I have to go to school to get this accreditation because I'm not going to have a job, or I won't be able to be a doctor, I won't be able to do certain things. But there are some women who don't want to work because she wants the lifestyle provided for her. There are women who are like that, unfortunately, but there are women who work because they know that they have to contribute to society
I
in
don't think
some
there's nothing
way.
wrong with that either. By the
Yeah.
way,
Right. I mean, even I don't think it's unfortunate. I think that that's the natural dichotomy of a woman. Like women back in the day didn't work. Like women are not supposed to work. Look at your shoulders. Look at your body type. You're not supposed to work. You're supposed to be at home nurturing the house. So at the end of the day, I just feel like women are naturally not workers. They work and they complain about it 24/7. I work in the medical field. They work. They complain every day, all day, every day. The men, the men don't complain. The men, because we know we gotta go work, we gotta make, we gotta pay the bills, stuff like that. Women are different. If you ask any woman, like I'll put it like this: if you had a poll and say, would you rather stay home and get taken care of or work? Most women are going to say stay home and get
Most
taken
will
care of
say,
because that's
most,
natural.
yeah, most will.
as
Yeah,
they
Actually,
most
should though.
will. Yeah.
It's natural though. So
yeah.
so that's why I say women work because they have to. They have to survive. They're
But
not
the
just going to
only
sit
thing
around
I'm
and
saying
just
is that stay home choice coming with conditions, bro. That don't come with
depends.
conditions.
But no, that depends on the man though. Like if you have a man who understands the family dichotomy, understand like okay, my job is to work and take care of my house. Her job is to nurture my house. When you guys have roles, that's the part that's missing in the black culture. There's no roles anymore. It's like the woman want to be the man, and the men unfortunately act like women. So now it's like you're taking away, what I'm saying, the balance. Now there's an imbalance because
I
it's like
agree.
you're you're not playing your role because the man's role is do the heavy lifting, the woman's job is to do everything else. So
Mhm.
when there's no balance, then that's when you have a society where we have a matriarchal society where it sucks. Women can't lead, and our culture is led by women. So why do you think it's an imbalance? It
I
sucks.
mean, yeah, I agree with you there. I can't argue with you on that.
Well, I mean, I think that, like I said, I think that we go back to the original question about like deserving. Again, anytime I've discussed this topic in particular on my platforms about, you have to work hard for what you want, especially the type of man that you want. Women are like, oh my God, I wish I would work hard for a man. I wish I would, right? Because they don't even equate the idea that you should put any work in to getting better results, right? Like you said, if you take away those other tools you've been, change up the tools, you could probably get better results. But we don't see it that way because again, we've been programmed by our mothers, our aunties, our grandmoms to make us think that men should just fall in our lap and we don't have to do anything to get them, and it's just easy. But again, if you keep viewing it from that way, you'll keep getting men that you don't really want, or the men that you don't, that you complain about, but you're not willing to do the work to change up yourself. Whether that's your looks, your weight, your attitude, all the things that you got to work on to get the man that you say you want to have that makes a certain amount of money, or the man who can give you this type of lifestyle. For us, it's very like, oh my God, how dare you say I need to work hard to get what I want. When it comes to men specifically, that's the one thing that we can't understand, of how dare you say I need to put in any work to get a man. Like for us as Black women, that's like a slap in the face, or like you disrespecting a Black woman, telling her that she needs to work hard to get a man.
Well, I have a unique perspective on why women don't
But they work hard
value
for everything
men.
else.
I
Huh?
think that
Would you say?
go ahead, Blair.
I was just saying they work hard for everything else. They work hard to
Right,
get to
well,
everything
but
else. Cause don't nothing come easy in this life.
that's my perspective. I think that the reason why women don't take relationships as serious as they should because there's no incentive behind it in their mind. So when you work, you get paid. When you're in
Mm-hmm.
a relationship, what's the incentive behind being in a relationship? It's
That's
like
right.
what do you get from it instantaneously? When you work, you get paid instantaneously. So it's like if a woman don't see,
What do a
I'm saying,
man
the
get?
incentive behind it, then they don't care about it. It's like whatever. Like I don't care. Like Like that's why women say, I'd rather be, I'd rather be like work by myself than go 50-50. And I'm like, I don't get that. Like, I would rather pay for you myself when you can put 50% of your money back in your pocket. It doesn't make sense to me.
Mhm.
I don't understand. Like we don't live in an
Oh, it does.
economy where taking care of things by yourself is, you know what I'm saying, sustainable. Now you can live check that's on you. But if you put an extra partner in and y'all put your money together and you could go 50-50, that's 50% of your money back in your pocket. But there's still no incentive behind being in a relationship for a woman. What's the incentive? What do you get from it?
But what's the incentive for the man though? Like if that were the case, like if I granted you that and I said, well, damn, what's the incentive for a man? Because why would a man want it then? And if that was the case,
I mean,
Well,
I think it goes back to Derek's point of what Kay said about how we have been we need instant gratification. A lot of us are raised on instant gratification, and I think that that is a big piece of where that, like you said, the incentive is because a man. For women, it is way different for them. They do feel like men are getting taken care of. They're getting cooked. They're getting clean. They're getting all the things that women feel like, well, what's what I'm getting out of it, and especially again, I could pay my own bills. I could, they don't really see the like you said, the instant gratification.
that's why I said
there's
they
no
don't want to be
benefits. They
taken
like
care
they don't feel like they benefit from it more than they don't benefit from it. And that's the problem. Like it's like how don't you benefit from having a man in the house? Like you got somebody who's going to protect, who's going to provide what he can provide, but you still have masculine energy in the house. Somebody breaking your house, your man there to see it. You take trash out, do all that stuff. Your car get a flat tire, anything. So it's like they don't see those things because a flat tire doesn't happen that often. So there's
I'm
no
about to
like
say
I'll
that's
call AAA.
and men
Take
see
the
through
trash
the
out
eyes
once a
of
week. I'll
men.
do it myself. I mean, women. I don't want to make this about women are just like women. Women are bad because men are equally. Men have their own issues, but relationship wise, I just feel like women make enough money to sustain a lifestyle for themselves that having a man there who isn't providing for them is no need. It's like he has to provide for them to feel like there's a need. And I'm telling, men do provide, but let's be
But
honest,
when
black men don't make enough money to sustain a whole household on average.
Mhm.
So, but if you put the money together, you sustain a household. But women don't say that. Women see it like, if I gotta pay bills, and it's like, but you gotta pay bills if I'm not here.
but
If I'm
that's what I
taking
was
away
gonna say
half of your bills, what the hell?
the joining of the resources is what makes it into something. You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all can, like you said, pay your own bills, live check to check, and do that little thing. But at the end of the day, like when you join the resources, that's when y'all get to a different space. Like you know what I mean? And who knows how y'all elevate through life? Like I mean, people act like just because you at this point now, you're going to be at that point forever. This person may take off. This person may take off. You don't know what life got for you, but you got somebody with you. And I think that men's minds as men gets overlooked a lot. Period. Just because men see things through the eyes of a man, women see things through the eyes of a woman. It's two totally different visions. Totally different. So just that alone, like you need that on your side.
But you got men. Okay, okay. Most kids are raised in a single black kids are raised in a single parent house. So what do we hear when we're growing up? You hear the mom saying, "You go be independent." And I'm saying, "Don't need no man."
Mhm.
That she's coddling the boy. It's supposed to be the reverse. It's supposed to be the man go be independent, and the woman's supposed to be coddled. They're doing the inverse of that. So now you got a now you have a generation of emotionally gangster dudes who you step on their sneaker, they want to kill you, and you have strong-willed women who cuss you out and say, "I don't need you." When it's
Mhm.
supposed to be the opposite. It's supposed to be, I'm a man, I am independent, I bring you into my life, I take care of you. And the woman is, I'm soft, I'm feminine, I'm going to nurture our situation. That's the biggest problem. It's when they're kids, they are raised the opposite way. That's why when the man's in the house, you get the princess baby, you get the spoil you girl and everything like that. And then he's harder on his son. But when it's a woman, she's looking at it like the world is hard for a man. Let me coddle my son. Let me hold him to the chest. Why you get the one with mama's boys? And they take their daughter, and I said to say this, but a lot of women are envious of their daughters because their daughters are prettier, you know what I'm saying, more
Yeah, that's sad. I mean, I didn't know
uh
that shit was as popular as
it's
that.
a better version of themselves. And they can't go back to fix their mistakes, so they take it out on their daughter. That sucks really,
Yeah,
really bad.
it's sad,
But
man.
that's why you need a man, because a man will come in and a man will rectify that situation and straighten it out. You just need more households with both parents. The crazy part is
I
a
agree.
two-parent household is equal to a household with a man raising a child. That's crazy. That's a known stat.
Yeah, it
You
is.
raised up with your dad or a two-parent household, they are equal to each other. But raising with a mom, you always get these emotionally crazy dudes. Look at the kids in our generation, like not our generation, this generation. They all just killing each other. Like people say Philly's a bad place. I live in Philly. I'm not getting killed by nobody. I'm not nobody that I know that's an adult that works regular jobs getting killed. It's the young ones that's killing each other. But they getting raised by these single moms. If he got kids, having kids, she's 20 years old with a kid. She ain't even lived a life yet. Now she's in the club, not at home. Her kids is 6 years old. He's in the house by himself. He's watching YouTube all day. He watching the gangster stuff. Like there's no parental, you know what I'm saying, provision. So you get these kids who are raised by social media, television, and the streets because it's a kid that had that kid.
Yeah,
Grandma, like I'm
we
my
two
grandmom at
generations
42.
into
Like your
that.
grandmom at 42. Like your grandmom at 42. Why? My grandma was old as hell when I was a kid. Old as hell. These
Yeah,
grandmas getting younger and younger. This is
but
crazy. Like
that's why
literally,
we
like
got. That's why we got to
I
have
hate it out
resources.
here. No, I hate it out here. I hate it because these grandmas be 45 years old. I'm like, hey, you 45? God damn, you got kids, you got grandkids? She's like, yeah, my son had two kids.
I,
Well, how was
I
you when
know
you had your
plenty of them.
son?
We
God
know plenty of
damn.
them we grew up with. That's grandmoms.
Yes, yes, bro. I know people personally that's around our age who got a great like how you got grandkids.
Mhm.
That's a fact. You know what I mean? And we gotta break the cycle. That's the bottom line, man. We gotta
No,
start letting you know.
we can't. Like only
Not,
thing we could do
I'm not.
is
I'm saying
teach
all of
our
us, just
kids.
as a community, like you know what I mean, we gotta break the cycle. We can't keep doing the same shit. We see
It was
that we
too
see the
hard.
results, but we
It's
see
too
the
hard though,
results.
bro.
The results
It's
is obvious that the single home shit and all that it ain't working. It's crushing our community.
bro. The only way you can break the cycle, it has to be a financial thing that breaks the cycle. We can't talk.
But
Because
yo,
nothing, nothing that works. It has to
bro,
be money that breaks the cycle. Like, okay,
but
like
bro,
remember when
keep it
Trump?
real.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
not that
hold
fucked
on,
up,
bro.
bro. We not that
Remember about
fucked up.
the bro? We are, bro. You don't look around. It's bad out here, bro. Like I'm saying,
A
it's
lot of these,
bad.
a lot of these homes got issues that ain't got nothing to do with money.
No, 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 no. I'm saying if you like if it was if it's
No,
like a
yeah, I meant
financial
money.
incentive
I ain't saying
behind
the
it.
situation ain't fucked up. I'm saying like money wise. I'm saying these homes ain't that
No, no,
messed up
I'm
in
not.
terms of
No,
money.
I'm saying okay. They was talking about how Trump would pass this whole bill that if you if you clean a child, then whatever the case is, then you get clean the child on your taxes. And I'm like,
Yeah, that was cat. Yeah, that was cat.
it was. But
Yeah, that was cat.
if something like that was to be in place, you will see a lot of change because women depend on
Well, yeah, I
that
think
February tax money.
that would definitely
It
make a
would make
difference.
people it would make women think twice about a lot of things. Point blank. That's why I said
But
financial.
that's what I'm saying. We need to become smarter anyway. We need to start thinking twice about having babies and just all that type of shit. It's because it's a serious
Well,
decision.
no, you understand poverty. Poverty people, what they do? They just have sex all day because they don't have nothing to do.
We gotta
What do?
tighten that
You
up
just have
too.
sex all day.
Tighten that up too.
Well,
We gotta tighten that up too, though.
but how you tighten it up when they don't have any skills? There's no skills to have.
I don't know.
And then
I don't have the answer in my brain right now, but I just think that's one of the frivolous sex is one of the main culprits of everything because it takes over minds. Like once you have sex, the mind is gone. Like you know what I'm saying.
But
And
if you're in the house doing nothing, and you have a girl in front of you, what do?
yeah,
Just have
but
sex. Like you gotta go get a job. Like you gotta do
the
stuff.
whole
Like
girl, but the girlfriend shit is all it's all frivolous. Like because you ain't like you said, you just having sex. Y'all don't even really know each other. You probably don't even know
but
her
you're making
favorite color.
babies too by having sex, bro.
But
Like
this is
it's
my
like
point.
Interject for a second because I'm trying to figure out how we are getting to the deserving earning part of this, or we can move to the next topic. Please, Clay and I are just patiently waiting to converse.
Yeah,
no, go ahead. You go next topic.
it's all good, baby. We needed you to moderate right there.
Yeah, because
Uh,
what is the end of the be all of the deserving?
but yeah, at the end of the day, the only thing I would say is, yeah, you gotta earn it, man. Like just like everything else in life. Like a man is not gonna fall in your lap. Not the perfect man, not the 7 foot man, not the $1 million man. None of that stuff's gonna fall in your lap. You gotta be her. You know what I mean? So whatever you earn, that's what you're gonna get. Just like everything else, it's the same play with a relationship. You know. So
Alrighty, next topic.
all right, so we'll move on. So all right, so this is similar field, but I want to know why don't we ever use things that we feel are losses in our community to come together. We only you we only come together to do some bullshit, like to get somebody canceled, do some negative shit. But when something happens that we feel like affect us, even like the whole election, right? When Trump was elected, everybody started going at each other. Like even though like 90% of black people voted for Trump for sis what the fuck is her name, Kamala. Um, Still, the first thing motherfuckers was doing the next morning was going at the 10% of motherfuckers that didn't vote for him instead of getting together with the 90. Like, why we don't never like say nothing never makes us say, yo, let's tighten up. Why?
Because I don't think people realize this, but black people are like raised and conditioned to be negative. Simple as that. Like we are a negative group of people. Negativity is like negativity, trauma, anything. That's what moves us. Like that's just what moves us. Like when you grow up in your house, you see a lot of drama, a lot of BS. You don't see a lot of love. So how could I love some? How could I be like a loving person when I haven't been loved properly or I haven't seen love all the time? I'm not saying everybody, but for the most part, when you talk about black people, we kind of like put everything in a box. It's like we only talk about the ghetto people. Remember we talked about that the other day, board, like how
Mhm.
like we try to make it seem like there's nobody else black in the world, only the ghetto people.
Mhm.
But it's because the ghetto people are loudest. They're the
Mm-hmm.
ones who are on the news, who on social media and everything like that. They're the one that you see, like the middle class people. You don't see them nowhere. That's
That's
why
because they
we put.
feed
That's
into
why.
that
That's
shit,
why.
man.
Well, they do it on purpose because that's how they want us to be marketed as savages and bad people. When at the end of the day, we're not as bad as people say we are. But to stay on topic, we don't like. We're just negative people. Like we like. Okay, like look at our city. All those dudes that was getting killed, like the Michiho and all them, just regular dudes doing skits. When you start getting a certain level of money in the black community, they got kill you. You don't want you to get money. Crabs in the barrel, bring them down. Everything about us is just negative. That's another reason why relationships don't work with us because we have a negative connotation on what a relationship is. There's no nothing positive about a relationship. You'll be lucky to find somebody. That's what's told to us. You'll be lucky to find somebody. When I don't think it's luck. I don't think you need that. I just think that you need to be a good person. You get a good person. But we're negative people. That's all.
Go ahead, y'all.
Go ahead, KK.
Okay. I think a lot of times we don't come together because I think that we as a black community, we know how to bond over loss and suffering, grief, or trauma. I think that we definitely give into secondary trauma a lot. Like we only want to talk about where we hurt, where we have pain, where we have loss. And there's a time and place for that. Don't get me wrong, because there are, I think a lot of times in the Black community, the reason why we do what we do is because we don't talk about what we feel and what we've been through enough. But I do think sometimes it becomes a way that we know that we're going to garner a certain response. So even for example, there have been times like me and Janine been on TikTok, and I think she did a room one time, and all the women that came up there told the worst story about themselves unhinged. And
Mm-hmm.
it was shocking because I was like, we were like, what is going on? And we had to like kind of reel in the conversation because there's a tendency for us to bond over our pain or our loss. So I think that we as a community have gotten accustomed to that. And so when you do talk about your wins or talk about success or things that we need to do, now you come across as you hating, or you hating, or you're jealous, you think you're better than. That's a big, now that is a big one. I think a lot of us in the Black community are afraid of being seen as such a much, or you goody two shoe or whatever. It's like, no, it's just that we need to uplift the more positive aspects to show people that it can be done, even though you might have faced some type of adversity. So I think a lot of times we in the Black community, the pain is the we're in this together mindset. Like we're only going to come together and give a sense of purpose to the burdens, but not to like the good things or the blessings or the things that we're actually doing. But unfortunately, we can't highlight the good things because we do celebrate and encourage the bad things. um Even for example, just with just the girl talk, a woman can talk about, here's the thing, if you are a woman and you're watching this, you can make a post about how much you love your husband, how much you love your kids, and women will attack you in the comment section. If you're a man and you love your wife, oh, I love my wife. People will call you a simp. People will call you names and insult you for doing the right things. But if you were to get on there and say, "Oh, I hate ninjas," or "Oh, I'm done with these ninjas," or I'm a or I'm big and everybody like it, everybody comes around the way for you, because we do unfortunately celebrate the wrong things because we know that it's going to garner attention. So a lot of people do it because they know that that's the only way that they're going to get a response, because we promote it, we celebrate it, we encourage it. The sisterhood, for example, the sisterhood is so um fake because the sisterhood is supposed to encourage you to do the right thing and take the right path. But now if a woman want to lose weight, now you'll pick me. Oh, now you want to be married, oh, you're a victim of internalized misogyny. No, that's not true. But we have now made the right thing good and the good thing bad. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's one of the consequences of us celebrating things that we're so much better than. And I know that we are, but we can't see it because it's been clouded by all the negativity.
Yeah.
Well, look at Cooking with Kaya. She is cooking, and they hating on her. How the hell could y'all women be hating on somebody that's cooking? I don't care if she do a little dance before. She's cooking. Like she's doing something positive, and y'all still are. They're bashing her crazy
It's
for
a
cooking.
fight over everything, even the smallest things. It's a fight. It's just a battle over everything with us.
I was going to say that I think that let me see. I think that negativity is also a learned behavior, kind of what to Derek said. I think that it's a very much a learned behavior, because that's kind of what you watched. You know, you watched your mom talk to people a certain way. You watched your mom react to people a certain way. You watched how your mom didn't celebrate, how she celebrated, or how she chose not to celebrate her sister accomplishments. You know, so you watched her hate on her sister who bought her house, and all you hear is her talk about how her sister thinks she's better than her, and and she's this and that. So you pick up on just, this is a learned behavior of how you respond to people who have more than what you might have at that time. And that's kind of just a lot of this is instilled in us based on how a lot of us are raised. So it definitely is. We've just created a generations of negative mindsets. Because I don't right now, I wouldn't just say that we are all in all through and through just negative people. It's just like this is all you know how to be. You don't even really know how to celebrate anybody in a positive way. You don't really know how to see it in any other way. So I think when it comes down to like the sisterhood, because again, you're watching your mom, how she talks on the phone with you. That's why I say you got to be very mindful of how you maneuver around your children, because just listen to your mom talk on the phone with her friends and how they sit around and talk about each other, and all of that is just how young girls learn how to develop friendships, and how you deal with conflict and how you deal with disagreements. So we create this very negative community, like you said, KK, about like how if you talk about these things, that's why women are always like, talk about this side of marriage, talk about the good stuff. And it's like, y'all don't really want to hear the good side of me. I don't want to really hear anybody talk about how happy they are in marriage, because all you're going to do is come in and say somebody is cheating on you, or wait till your husband leave you, or so it's always a way, because these are again, we've for a lot of us, we've never seen we've never had anything good in our lives. And it's not that you can't, it's just you haven't done the work on yourself to receive better. So a lot of people in our community, especially us as Black women, we've never really seen anything good. We don't really believe we can actually get it. So instead of me saying to you, hey sis, could you help me out or help me figure out how to get there or do whatever, my immediate reaction is to say the nastiest thing I could think of, because I'm really wishing I had what you had. I know I'm probably not gonna ever get what you had, so this is my go-to. So I think it creates a very it's just like I even today I literally had somebody write in one of my comments on my video. She literally said, is this the same woman who said Black women can't grow long hair? Somebody please tell me. It wasn't me. I don't even know who said that, but she didn't even, it was like, I'm putting in the comments for the women to see it, not asking me, hey, are you the same woman who said Black women can't grow long hair? It was directed toward the sisterhood. Hey, is this somebody please tell me it's the same woman? So again, I can put it
Why
in
would
there.
you say that?
I don't know, but I don't know. Somebody, I do remember that conversation going on, but the point it wasn't about asking me, the creator, in the comments. You went to the comments to ask the sisterhood, is this the same woman? So that way we can figure out how we're going to maneuver in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Just a way to be very
Negative.
malicious, intentionally negative, and kind of keep it going, you know.
But Janine, that
Well, I
goes back.
mean,
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to.
no. Go ahead.
Oh no, it goes back even to what we talked about in the beginning about the deserving thing, because it's like a lot of women are like, well, I deserve to be noticed, or I deserve to get a good man, for example, because that's something that we talk a lot. It's like, okay, so what have you presented to the table to show that you're worthy of it, or that you're ready to start that? Like, even for example, we can talk about women making sure that they look good leaving the house. They fought us tooth and nail on that. Well, why I can just leave the house in my bonnet, I can leave my house in my pajamas. It's like, so you say on one hand, you say you want a man to approach you, but on the other hand, this is how you're showing up in the world, and you're wondering why. So here are the steps that you can take to get what it is that you're asking for, because you're just not going to get it just because you want it. No, you got to show that you're showing up that way to receive it. And so I think a lot of times the negativity comes, like, for example, if you're, and these are for all the girlies that are watching, if you're a girly and you know how you like to present yourself to the world because you know who you are as a woman, you can be around, you can just say, I want to wear a dress and some heels. They can be like, oh girl, I don't even know why you need to do all of that. You don't take all of that. You don't need to, and it's just like, well, how she shows in the world matters to her. So why aren't you in clapping for her and encouraging her versus what you gonna do? What you gonna tell her? Just come out the house looking like boo boo the fool? No, but instead we want things that we're not preparing for, and then we're discouraging other people from doing it. So either that woman can be like, okay, I'm gonna stand in my two shoes and what I know and who I am, or I'm gonna acquiesce to and I don't even know if I should want to use this word, but I'm just gonna say it's a loser mentality. Like, I'm gonna be a loser and I'm not going to do what it needs to do to be done, because it goes like this. I see what I want, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get there, and I'm going to try my best. I might not be perfect, but I'm going to still try. But instead, what we see people do now is I have a goal. I see the goal and what it takes to do it. I'm not going to do it. But you got to look at what it is that you're asking for and go towards it. That's how it's supposed to go. Not, I'm going to just
I
take away
see
the
the
things.
goal and it
Yeah,
better fall on me.
yeah, because you still have to take responsibility to reach that. And I think our community could do a lot of responsibility, a lot of accountability, and just even trying, just doing something outside of the norm would do a
Mm-hmm.
lot of good change, for us. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we need to stop worrying about money so much and just worry about hooking up with good people, and that'll carry us a long way too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good too. So um,
Make sure y'all like the live. For those who are watching, make sure that you guys like the live.
so before we go to that clip, I
Please.
wanna ask y'all this too.
get on your Cash App, jaw
So
sign,
y'all
problem.
know
Get
that
on your Cash App. Okay.
most of the things that we talk about in terms of the advice to women and to tell them to be softer, tell them to be more feminine and just be nicer
You
overall,
can
right?
back up from the camera.
Um, huh?
You could back up. You don't gotta be so close. I think.
But tell them to be. I'm getting bossed around. You see this, K?
Just saying, you
But
like right here.
um, what I was saying though, just the things that are asked of them that they act like are so hard. Do y'all think they would listen to the same advice, same exact advice if it was given to them in a way where it's like, yo, you could play a man with this or you can get this out of it? If the same advice was given to like be softer, be more feminine, do this, but it's gonna get you this, you think they would listen to it then?
You're saying, well, women listen if they were tricking it.
Yeah, the same advice that you or Kay or anybody would give them to say, yo, this is how you're gonna get your husband. You gotta do this, and this. And they say, "Oh, it's too hard. I ain't doing that. I can't shut up. I can't do this. I can't do that." But if that same advice was given with the hopes of being able to get some money out of a man or do this or do that, do you think that same advice would be able they would listen to it?
They do listen to it. They do it now. That's
Yep.
what Shira Seven's content is all about. That's
Mhm.
what it is. They listen to it.
About being soft and all that?
Yeah, how to get a man. You got to wear this. You got to do this, and yeah, that's what.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I
They'll
mean,
listen to the advice.
I don't particularly think like uh what you wear and all that gets a man. I think that's how you get the man's attention. I
No, I
think
ain't
that
say what
like,
you wear. I'm just talking about just
well,
actions.
no, just the girl said something about what you
Content is
wear. Like,
you put on a certain dress and you act. You talk to him this way. That's her whole spill.
hmm
Yeah,
Sit at the
okay.
I
bar.
mean,
You know, just tell them what to do. Sit at the bar, be nice, bat your eyes, cross your legs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Bat your eyes
all the
with them eyelashes on.
bet your eyes. Like, does that work? Does that still work? Bet your eyes. That's like a
That's what
'60s
they
thing.
telling
Does
them.
that
If
still work?
it's going to guarantee them that they're going to get uh,
I
a
can't see it.
tangible
I can't see it.
monetary gain from it, they will listen to it. Because most of the time when we talk about how to be in your womanhood, we often hear, well, what am I getting out of this? And it's just
right.
like,
That's what it
well,
is.
and it's like,
Exactly.
if you
So it's
put
actually
100
not
into
the
it, you're
advice.
going to get it back 100-fold. That's how it go.
It's the instant gratification. Exactly. I gotta
Okay.
if I'm going to be soft and feminine for this man, it gotta be something. Like even the idea, like I'm not opening my legs if you don't give me something.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to, if I can't ask you for, if I ask you for something, you tell me no. That's it. So if they're that's the only
There's a
way.
word for that. There's a word for that, but they don't
That's
think that's what it is.
that is the only way they listen
Yeah.
is if you.
But what kind of woman are you talking about? Like, as far as like, are you talking about like a whore, or are you talking about like a woman who wants, you know, like a family and want to be married? Like, because if you're like, I mean, I'm a man, so if I'm in a club and I see you bag your eyes, I'm thinking she want to smash. I'm not thinking she want to be your wife. So I don't. I think that like if you're like like I would rather meet a woman in Target like then I would rather meet a girl in the club. Like I
Mhm.
would rather be in Target and I see a nice looking woman, she's shopping, we just hit it off.
That's the
But if
most.
you're like at like a lounge or a bar or something, or you're just sitting there batting your eyes with a dress on, I'm thinking she trying to get smashed. Like I'm
Yeah.
not thinking,
That's what
Right.
oh
most
my
guys
God, like
think.
you
That's what
know.
most guys
So
think.
yeah, like I don't know about that. I think that good
Yeah,
women just attract
but
good
again,
men.
the thing is though, yes, she might be right, but she's also making it clear that you're not, she has to get something out of it. So the point is to get your attention. So even if it is, again, high value, prostitution, whatever, but the goal is still, in the end, you need to have enough money for me to even be able to do this. I'm using my feminine, soft, beautiful
I figured that though.
all of that
I
to get
didn't know
what
that's what she did, but I figured that y'all was
Yeah.
talking.
But I tell women anyway, like the softer you are, the more you'll get out of any man.
absolutely true.
Like
Yeah.
like when like men don't respond to like heightened behavior because that's a masculine trait. That's why men automatically, we automatically fight back. But when you're like if you're soft, like that's like let's say like even man boy had a conversation before and I was like, yo, like women don't realize that if you tell a man take the trash out, he'll take it out. But if you come back and you say, hey baby, you take the trash out, is everything all right? He'll get up immediately and do it. But if you come up to him like the trash, they're taking out, like, oh my god, I just took the trash out. No, I don't want to do it. You do it. And it's because like you're not soft.
Yeah, or
Why
you
do you
may
want to
not
be
even
so
get to the
hard?
trash. A whole argument then broke out now, and it's just
Man,
all because of the way you addressed me.
I try to tell women if you're soft to any man you can get what you want. You don't have to open your legs. You don't do nothing. But if you're just soft to a man will react to you differently because most black men are not even used to a woman being soft.
Yo,
Yeah.
They'll
even
automatically just melt like when they see, oh my gosh, she's
I
so
was about to
so
say
feminine.
that's
Oh my
why I
god.
like that.
So it's just
What y'all was saying about the daughters, and of course, I'm a victim, but that's
Mhm.
why it's like that with the daughters because the daughters is so soft to
Yeah.
you. That's the softest thing in the world. So it's like you're gonna do whatever. Like, and if you fortunate enough to have a wife or a mom that's that way too, it's the same with them. They all I say all the time, they all the same to me. They just my girls. That's what I call them. They all my
right,
girls.
right, right, right.
Any of them get anything at any moment because they all like that. They all like feathers to me.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely, again, this again, it goes right back to like what Derek said and Kay said about just if there's no benefit for us as women, don't see any benefit in being feminine and being soft, right? So they see it as I'm going to be taken advantage of. They see, and again, I say this all the time when we talk about this, about we can all do things.
Y'all take advantage of me.
No, no, we can all do things for the wrong people, right? Like you might have been soft, nurturing, loving for the wrong man. Like that's very much possible, right? But we take it on to thinking that's everybody and everything. So when we talk about being soft and nurturing, it's like, well, what's they gonna give me? It ain't give me nowhere before. And it's like, no, it might not have worked with that guy, or that man just was not the right man for you. And that's okay, right? He might not know how to receive a soft and nurturing woman, because like you said, he's never experienced that. But I think when this conversation comes up, it always goes back to the you doing it for misogyny, you're doing it for your pick me. They don't see it as they don't see they don't really see the benefit of what the men say about how we will come at y'all so much differently. You'll get a different response from us. They don't believe it, and I think that that's the tough part too for a lot of our women is they don't believe what y'all say because they have never seen it really happen. So it's like,
That
why
stuff,
would I?
that pick me stuff and all that, like that stuff it hasn't gotten old yet. Like
Nope.
it's like y'all
No.
really still like haven't figured out because at the end of the day, when they say that and all that, it's cool. It's a little joke, whatever, right? Cool, but y'all really haven't figured out an answer. You don't have another answer, so that's all you can say because you don't have anything to back up the stuff that you
Somebody
think
said in my comments.
or the stuff that's in your head. Go ahead, go
Somebody
ahead.
said in my comments, we already got Donald Trump. We can't have you too.
Wow, that's crazy.
Somebody said what?
Bad enough, we already got Donald Trump. We can't have you too.
Oh Lord.
So when it comes to women being feminine, I don't understand like why women think that there has to
Like,
be
oh my
incentive for them to be a woman. I don't
God.
understand that. I
So
will
they,
never understand why women think there's. I
Somebody
don't understand why women
hold on.
think that there's.
Somebody sent the super chat. We gotta read this real quick.
okay, hold on. So
Um,
let's see. First one we got was shout out
what
to
was the one before that?
Kev said shout out to Just a Girl talking your work. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Thank you so much. Go ahead, honey. This might
Yeah.
be risky. Go ahead.
First time listener dope convo. Does tone matter more than a message? If the trash has to go out and he knows that, doesn't matter how it's said. It does. It does. Because you heard the example that Derek gave. You know, the trash is already. Well, she already asked him to take it out or told him to take it out, however you want to say it. But he didn't. You know what I mean? So that's the key moment. The thing about relationships, right? When the key moments is always right there where the conflict could happen. That's where you got to make the decision. It's not everything's good when everything's good. Now he didn't take the trash out, and you already asked. Now this is the key moment because something happened you didn't like. Now how you gonna address it? You can like he said, you can still come right down there and say, "Babe, you still ain't get the trash." That's gonna make him feel this big. That's why he's gonna get the trash and light speed. But if you come down there with the "I told you to get the trash," that's not gonna get you the response you're looking for. It's just not.
I always say that femininity is the power of the mind and not your mouth. Feminine, the when you're in your femininity, you know how to manage and control your emotions. It's about having control of your mind because we as women know that our tongue is lethal. Every woman knows that. Everybody knows that we can do things and say
Excuse me.
things with our mouths that can be very hurtful. Men have that physical strength. Women, we have that verbal mental strength. That's just how God made us. So when we use that and abuse that, it can cause some trouble in your household. But if you are kind and pleasant and loving and friendly, you are going to get a more better response, and it keeps the peace in your home, and even in your relationships, in your job, with your friends, wherever it. I think we as Black women, we don't know how to be soft because we have been told and shown that the only way that you can speak is if you cussing somebody out, if you get the last word. But just because you get the last word don't mean that they listening. Just because you get the last
Mhm.
word don't mean that you really won. The way that you really win people over is showing your loving side and that nurturing, thoughtful consideration that really is so, it's like a breath of fresh air. And I say this because Janine knows this about me. I say every time I leave this house, my goal is to make somebody feel like they can't breathe. I want to feel like he
Um,
can't. He's having an experience when he's in my presence. So when I'm around people, I want to leave people better than how they were. So I don't want people to be around me and be like, oh my God, it's Kay. I don't know what she gonna stay out her mouth. Ugh, no, I don't want that. I'm like, you know what, Kay, she cool. Like I really like, I feel safe around her. And your power as a woman is knowing that people can be safe in your presence. And I just think that that's so beautiful. But
So for
we
me, tone is tricky. Tone is
Mhm.
tricky, right?
ho-
So I'll give a tip of why. On one
hold up,
hand,
Jay.
I think
Hold up, because we got this. This might be risky. Sent another super chat. I'm gonna let you answer this one. Go ahead. Put that back up there.
Okay.
all right.
Look, can you see
So
it?
yeah.
Go ahead. You answer
Firstly,
that.
why she got to be sweet when he didn't meet the agreed upon expectations?
Talking
Sounds
about the trash
like
thing.
this man is more sensitive than necessary.
I don't think he understands the dichotomy of a woman versus a man. So when it comes to a man versus woman, uh, a woman is supposed to be, and a woman in her best essence is when she's soft, sweet, nurturing. A man is different, you know. So when I say tone is different, to me it's tricky because let's say like if I'm talking to you, Bor,
I know
and
what
your
you about
breath
to say.
stink, and your breath stink, and I'm like, yo, bro, I'm like, damn, bro, you smell like, yo, you smell crazy. And then you like that, then you look at me like that's probably your breath. But if I say, God, damn, your breath smell like shit, then you gonna be like, oh snap, like my breath stink. Different tones, different algo. But when it comes to like man versus woman, men don't react to heightency of anybody, men or women, because it like it's our DNA. It's for us to be on the defense now. So
Mm.
when a woman does it, it's like, why are you being masculine? That's why. He's basically saying that because he didn't do it, she has the
You got
right
the
to
right
come down
to come
and
down and be.
be masculine. No, you can still be sweet and come out
Mhm.
and say, "Hey, man, I see you taking trash out. What's
Yes.
going on?"
I
And
can.
That's right.
he will react in a masculine way, but he will also be he won't take it and be as sensitive. Sensitivity. It's different in the personal situation, but if a woman is always in her essence, a man is always going to do for her, and that's what we don't understand. And we don't understand a woman who knows who she is and is sweet and calm and nurturing. She gets the best results from men. That's simple.
Hey, yeah,
Agreed.
I was
to
going to.
the brother, this might be risky. I think it's a brother. But yeah, salute to you too, and we appreciate the super chats, bro. No doubt.
I was going to say, I think it goes back to which I tell my husband this quite often that we have to see each other as humans, and everybody make mistakes. I think that this is something that women give grace a little bit more for men to like be able to catch you when you're like maybe you messed up or you forgot. I don't know if it always is reciprocated for the men. So maybe if this is a woman that could be leaving that comment, the woman side of it might be like, well, I every time I might mess up or not do it the first time, he responds aggressively with me. So why can't I per se respond the same with him if he doesn't respond, you know, the same way? And I think that that's also the dynamics that could be different for men and women as far as like attention span or what's going on, or just or maybe our ability to like multitask mentally to know of what's going on. So I think it's on like both sides of depending upon how people see grace given for men more than women when it comes to things like doing what I asked you to do. I had to remember
Oh,
that women say all the time. Women talk about this a
I
lot.
mean, I feel
Yeah.
that though. I
I'm
feel that
going.
because
I'm going.
we're more like we expect you to do it. Like so, I can see that.
Well, I'm
Like
gonna say this. I'm gonna
once we
piggyback
have
off of Kay though. Kay
good.
said something that made sense. She said when a woman is in her essence, whatever case is, when she's soft and all that, that's her best. That's like that. Like her being able to control her emotions is what makes her the best version of herself. Same thing with men. Men are so we are supposed to logically control ourselves. So if you're a man and you're hollering at your woman, you're not a man. You're weak. My
Mhm.
tone itself, my tone itself should be able to shake my woman. I shouldn't have to like holler at her for her to get my point across because you're not being a man at that point. I holler at my niggas. I don't holler at a woman I'm doing, my girl, or anything like that. Like you don't holler at them, and if you're hollering at them, now you're putting her in a state of fear. Now she's feeling like, oh my God, I gotta step back. What did I do wrong? You have to learn to control your emotions as a man too, not just on the woman's side. So if you have a man who's constantly hollering at you, you need to leave. Why are you letting him? He shouldn't have to holler at you at all. Men holler at each other regress towards other men. Regress towards a woman, to me that's like bullying. Like why are you bullying her at that point? So as a man,
I
we
always
we
say
we, we
once they get you hollering, they got you.
got you emotional. They got you emotional. You
They
should
got
never let a woman see you like that so unless the situation warrants it, because we are human and something happens, you might get
no. They
emotional.
just
But
know how to push your buttons. That's all. They know how to pick and pry until they
well,
get you.
so do we. We know how
But
to push
you
a woman's
gotta.
buttons.
But you have to.
Mhm.
But you
Yeah,
have to be able to restrain yourself, like you said. You have to be able to.
Yeah.
You know.
I do. Hmm.
Like our best, a man's best attribute towards a woman is having the ability to not induce fear into her. Like your woman shouldn't fear you.
Mhm.
She should respect you. If your
Yes.
woman is fearing you, if your woman is fearing you, then that means that you're doing something to induce that fear here, and that's not masculine at all.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
mean,
make your woman feel like you're going to hurt her or you can do something to
fear
hurt her.
fear is not necessary in a relationship at all. Where does fear fit in?
I mean, it depends. Like
Between you and your girl, it should be no fear.
it shouldn't be like any physical or anything like that. But I think that you should be fair as a person to leave you because it'll make you scale back a lot. Like you should be fair. Like I won't do that because I don't want her to leave me. Like or I don't want her to leave me. So it kind of make you scale back on what you do and how you react to things. So it should be some level of fear, but it shouldn't be physical fear. It shouldn't be like or fear of like he's going to cuss me out, like those type of fears. But if you're in a relationship where you think that person ain't going nowhere, something wrong. I think that everybody should have a notion in their head that like that person can leave me. Let me not do this because if I'm just out here and I know she gonna leave me,
Maybe in the
I might
first
go
three,
out there.
maybe in the first 3 years or something. Not when you been with somebody, you still worried about that shit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you listen, don't never get too comfortable to the point where like you feel like your relationship is rock solid because women
Maybe
leave
that's
people
what.
all the time because they're
Maybe
not
that's
happy.
when that fear need to come in. Then that
But
fear is like,
women leave marriages because they're not happy. That's a real
no,
thing.
the
Like they're
fear
like,
again.
listen, I'm not happy no more. I want a divorce. Like not because he cheated, not because he hit her, but I'm not happy anymore. You have to so you always have to have some kind of fear. So you have because you'll act on that fear. That's how I feel about that. I think you should always have a level of she could leave me, but she's not. But she could though.
Hmm.
Nah,
Because once you get too content, you get too lax, a woman leave in a heartbeat. Women do not like men. Men and women are different. Men
women do wake up and just change their mind.
Women are very dramatic. Women are like cats. They're all over the place. Like their minds are just all over. Like they don't. They don't like men are called dogs for a reason. Women are cats for a reason. Like your cat will be sitting there all day chilling and then start running around going crazy. A dog will sit there all day in that same spot and be comfortable and never move. Like you're a woman. You have to entertain your woman at some point. Because if you don't, that's when they start asking the weird questions like, "Do you love me? Like is there something wrong?" Like you should be like, "No, I'm just chilling. Like
That's
we're
that
just
cat
different.
bouncing off the wall, huh?
Like men are cre- men are creatures of habit and comfortability. Women are just all over the place. Women are just naturally just all over the place. Like you can be perfect to a woman.
They
She'll still
chaotic,
say
definitely.
something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. And
But
every
again,
woman will say they're not like that.
all that proves is that we need each other. They still need a man because we calm the chaos. That's what
Yes.
makes
Well,
that's what
life is
gives
about
it the
balance, though,
balance,
boy.
huh?
Life is about balance. Life is about
Yeah,
balance. Okay,
that's
God,
what gives it the balance.
God gave us both testosterone and estrogen, but He gave women more and gave men more. The balance is that when a man and woman come together, I have more testosterone, which means I have more logic. I give you logic when you're being too emotional, and on the flip side of that, you have more estrogen. So you give me more emotion and give me a reason to think with my emotions more than when I'm being too logical. Women and men, they don't understand that the balance is
Sometimes
what
they see
makes
things that
everything
we
work.
don't see, and that's why I said it's two different visions. So sometimes it
Kids
works in
need
their
that
favor.
though.
No,
Kids
sometimes
need
it
that
works
more than
in
anything.
our favor where they got a vision on something that we can't see. So that's for sure.
Yeah.
I hate when a woman wants her man to think more like her or to react and be like her. And I always say, well, then go get a woman then. Why would you want a man to be like you or think like you or have the same ideologies as you? Because that's not natural. If I think like you, now I'm thinking emotionally. Because
Hmm.
women lead with their emotions,
Well,
men lead with more logic.
women don't respect us as like just in nature anymore, like just the nature of the man, because we're looked at as just simply the resources. And like y'all said earlier, the fact they can get their own resources is almost like, well, what do you do?
Yeah.
So that because they don't really respect, the nature of a man, the things that we do bring that has nothing to do with resources.
Yeah.
I think it's women don't respect average men no more. Women respect men with money.
Yeah.
That will
That's
never go away.
resources. That's
It's
resources.
but they don't.
But
Well,
how about this, right? How about
average
the
men have
dude?
resources though.
How about
Average men
how
have
about?
resources. We just don't have as much as somebody with more money.
But I'm saying, how about the dude got all this money, right? This
Mhm.
dude got average money, right? But this average money dude will whoop this dude ass. This dude a bitch. You dig me? How about this dude that got all the money? He think he the shit. He in the mirror more than you. Whatever. Like it's different things that come with everything. Like so, the dude got all the money, but he got two kids over there. He don't take care of. He don't see them. He just go to child support.
Women
Whatever.
don't
It's
care about
like
that. Women don't care about that. Like
I'm
women say
just
that.
I'm
Well,
just
it's different.
saying.
It's different for women and men when it comes to kids.
I'm just saying that the characteristics of the two niggas can be totally different. If all you worried about is the resources, you you mean you
Well,
gonna
that
get what you
goes back.
gonna
I mean,
get.
But that's what a man brings to the table. His resources. Like what else? Like that. That's what a woman looks forward to when she meets a man. His resources. Like that's what we're here for. We're here to be resourceful. Women are here. You know what I'm saying, to bear our children. We are the resource. We're the natural resource. We built the account. We built the infrastructure of the world.
But
Simple
your
as that.
your resources don't stop you from being the person you are though.
But
If
it
you're a
gives you, but
bullshit,
it.
if you're a bullshit person, you're a bullshit person.
All
Well,
right, listen.
You just
But
got
it's
money, you're
easier to
gonna
be with
push it
somebody.
heavier and harder.
But it's easier to be with somebody who's resourceful to you than somebody who's not. Simple as that. If you come to
What
the
you
table with
looking for
nothing,
though?
what do I
What you
get from
looking
you?
for
But
and what you
besides
looking for?
penis,
Because you
no,
might,
you.
is you looking for like a whole bunch of just letdowns followed by I'm sorry gifts, or I'm sorry picked you up here, I'm sorry flights, or I'm sorry this, or just
But a
always a
woman would
bunch of I'm
rather,
sorry
but
gifts.
it's still more incentive for that than
If
somebody
that's what
who
you like,
you got to go out there.
and
But
that's what
no,
I'm
but
saying.
it's more incentive for a woman. If
But
I
if
let's listen, what if I deal with a bum who's telling you I'm sorry, or somebody who has money who's telling you I'm sorry and give you gifts? It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you putting them on the same sorries. I'm not putting them on the same sorries. I'm saying maybe the bum ain't telling you I'm sorry because he ain't doing nothing all day.
But a woman not gonna
He ain't
respect him. No one respect bums. Simple as
I
that.
mean,
You
you
can't
made him a
respect
bum.
somebody.
You made him a bum. At first I didn't make him a bum. You made him a bum. I ain't want the brother to
Okay,
be a
then what
bum.
is he? Even listen, even if he's average, okay, a woman will still come home to her house, her big house, getting let down, then to come home to her little house, paying 50% of the bills.
And in my
Different. Like
opinion,
she
that's
would
a
rather
dumb
come
woman.
home to the Gucci bag
In
than to
my
come
opinion,
home
that's a
to the
dumb
Michael
woman.
Kors bag. It's a difference. Like it's just a difference. I'm saying that's how women's minds are. Women seek
And they
men with
gonna stay
power.
on wags and they gonna keep doing their thing. And I'm gonna keep laughing at the dumb shit. But those who
Yeah,
want to
I
get it
mean,
correct, stop listening to that shit. That shit ain't
in
it.
the but in the perfect world, it would be like that. But
That ain't
women
it,
are
bro. That's not
women
it.
gravitate to power. Women gravitate towards power, bro. Like that's why average men are being phased out.
But
They don't want average men because there's
by
no power
women
behind the average
gravitating
man.
by women gravitating towards power, they banging our community out one crash at a time. Because
Wow.
again, like I said before, if the dads were still picking, you can roll, you can drive your Rolls Royce up here. As soon as you start talking that dumb shit in front of my face, my daughter ain't going nowhere with you, bro. See, that's the difference. But if she walk her gullible dumb ass out there, yeah, she gonna go. But that shit ain't right. I ain't co-signing
Well,
that shit.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying you have two men. You have two men. You have one whose resources give your daughter an amazing life, financially and
He's a
stability. She has
clown
everything.
though.
Right, I hear
I'm
you.
gonna have to
But then you
kill
have
this
another
nigga
guy.
over these petty
Nah,
resources.
but okay, you
Yeah,
can't be the type of
no,
dude, but you can't want to kill
no.
somebody
I ain't
unless they're beating your kid. It's your daughter's decision. You can That's a problem. You cannot be her father when she's grown and adult, like in the sense of you can tell her to deal with. You can give her guidance, but if she wants to deal with a guy like that, that's on her. If you want to play super dad, that's stupid because she's still going to deal with that same guy. You give
People
her
been
guidance.
people been known to be
You
stupid
show her
over
the pros
people
and
they love,
cons.
bro. People been known to be stupid over people they love. That's all.
But that's my point. Women will attract the worst guy and love him to death. There's nothing you can do about that. You want to kill him because she made a dumb decision? Then you're a crash out dad, and you're
No,
going to
I'm
be
not.
dead or in
I,
jail. That's
no,
stupid.
I'm not gonna let my daughter go with that dude. Then you hear
But
the
you
petty
cannot
ass
let
shit.
your daughter. You can't let her, bro. You can't. That's not a let. It's her decision. You give her the guidance, and she either takes heed to it or she doesn't. But nothing you can do at that point, and she's an adult woman.
I'm gonna show you how to do this, son. Watch.
I hear you, bro, but I gotta listen, bro. I got a 20-year-old daughter, bro. 20
I
years
do
old.
too. I do too.
Bro. She do what she want. I give her the game and she takes whatever she wants to take from the game. But I can't tell her who to deal with. She's dealt with a weirdo a weirdo dumb dude, and she dealt with a cool dude. She obviously all girls to me, for my life, for me being on earth, all girls choose to be with a knucklehead over the cool dude anytime. That's how women are. I don't know why. They want the
But,
crash out dude.
but I agree. I just said that. I said if it's up to them to run their gullible self out there, they're gonna be gullible.
But I can't tell her who to deal with. I can just say, hey, not a good
You
choice.
can't.
You can't either. You're not with her 24/7. She can walk out the house while you at work. Go be knucklehead. What you gonna do? That's not how life is, bro. No matter how much you think you got control, you don't. She's gonna can't control it.
I hear you. Go ahead, babe. Pull up Cheryl.
All right.
Ah, it's a little control thing, bro. So
No, that's overly fathering, bro.
don't start simping now. We've been doing good.
Never.
To get that liquor store, they have messed them up the money.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. And you can't mess up people money because people need it.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you okay being the breadwinner in a relationship?
I'm not the breadwinner in the relationship. You mean any man I'm with?
Yeah.
I'm not the breadwinner in the relationship.
But would you be okay if you were?
I'm not. There's no man I know from you or he got a regular job. He work at a warehouse. He is the head of the household. He is the breadwinner. I will chip in as he see fit because he's the head. Now, this is the way I was raised. A lot of women not going to agree with me.
No, they ain't gonna agree with that, Cheryl.
I'm cool if you don't.
We
But
about to tear you up, Cheryl. I'm just letting you know.
tear me up because here's the thing. Even if I make more money, it doesn't make me the breadwinner.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't make me the breadwinner. It makes me the baby. What you say you want to do what? Or what you want for Christmas? You want a pony? Okay, nigga. I got you.
Cheryl, you know, like
what?
The breadwinner, you know, that person has the larger voice in the relationship.
He's a man. He's going to have, this is what I believe.
But what if you got the money, you making the money?
No, this is what I believe.
Okay.
I believe I am advice and concurrence.
Okay.
He is the head of the household. Now, this is how I believe. The word did not originate with me. He is the head of households. People need to start reading Ephesians. That's what I believe. I may be strong-willed, I may make money, but I'm not the head of the household. But what I watch, my mama who raised me and my daddy, I watched them talk on Saturday morning. And my brother Chris will tell you this. I watched them talk on Saturday morning and they settle the differences and come out unified. I am not the head of the house. I may be an influencer, especially if this man has children. Right? I want to make his life better and easier, but I'm not the head of the household, even if I have access to more money. What happens if I don't have access to more money and we got to live off his money? Then we're going to be eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and fried bologna, because I love fried bologna sandwiches. And I like this fried salami with the peppercorn, delicious. But if we got to live off of that, he is still the man and the head of the household.
Women don't think like that no more.
Well, I think like that. And why the hell I'm not married? Damn it. And so, but that's what I believe in. And I want a man, young or old, to see that in
young or old, what you mean?
That's it. Y'all heard her.
Go ahead, Kay.
Cheryl said it. Okay, talk to me, Kay. What you
Uncle
think
Shay
about
Shay
that?
have everybody on the show. Shout out to Uncle Shay Shay for having everybody on the show. You know,
Club Shay Shay.
Yeah. I think that men can still be head of household even if he is not the breadwinner, because men provide more than just income and money. And that's a value in that just like that's if you're married, that's your husband, this is your person, that he still is worthy of that honor and respect, and that he can still lead the household. Okay. I know that a lot of times women feel like because if she make more money, then that means it gives her more leeway. No, there's still a position there that you still hold in your marriage to make that marriage work. And I think oftentimes we devalue men because of income or lack thereof, or because a lot of times a lot of women think that because a man has more money that he's better, but sometimes that's not always the case. Sometimes he can have a lot of money and he may not even be a good husband or a good father, or someone that you would even consider to even date, for example. But I think a lot of times in marriage we get this household thing and it's based on income. No, he's head of household because he's your husband, that's your man, that you picked him, you married him. So if you're not going to marry someone that you want to respect, then don't get married, because it don't matter what type of money he bringing in, you're not going to respect it no way, because you're still going to have in your mindset that he's that I'm better than my husband, that's not going to be good, because that often leads to divorce. It's because you think that you're better than your husband because you make more money than him. So because you think because you're better than him, he can't lead. Now you're in control. You're the boss. You're the one that's in charge. And it's just like, no, it's marriage is not even about money anyway. What we have, it is important, don't get me wrong, but that's not why you get married. If you get married because of finances, don't get married, because you're not ready for marriage. And I know that's hard to say, hard to hear, but that's just the truth. But I do think that women, a lot of times people put financial provision with leadership, but marital provision is emotional, it's spiritual, it's relational, it's time, it's attention, it's presence, it's guidance. A lot of times these women, they even get with the men that got money, but they don't end up liking him because she didn't get that validation from her father. So it's not even about the money. We got to get, I think we have heightened the money over the marriage, if that makes sense. And the husband can still lead, absolutely. Absolutely. And honestly, I think a lot of our marriages, we better if men would know that y'all still that y'all are head of household, and yes, God put you in authority over that household. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think we give into these power struggles, and we shouldn't diminish the husband's role as leader just based on salary, because that's not what a marriage is about. So that's that's TV.
You think they agree with that?
Most of them not, and it's okay.
Go
But
ahead, babe. What you
get
think?
it.
No, I agree with Kay. I think that how respect is determined for women is based on money. And I think kind of what Derek was saying about women only really respect men who do have money. That is the reality of how they deem if they can respect you or not. And that is the unfortunate side, even down to like, the idea of for someone who is like Cheryl, she can make a certain amount of money, and even if you are $1,000 under him annually, to them that's like a big difference. I cannot expect them who make less than me. And it's like, but it's a small amount. But that's just how much the mind is programmed to believe that if he don't make more money than me, if he don't make a certain amount of money, how can I respect him? Because we don't really we don't see the point of a man. We don't see what is the benefits of a man outside of his resources. So for them, if you take that away, or if he's not making what I want him to make, what is he good for? I don't understand his protection. I don't think about his mindset. I don't think about all the things he can contribute that money can't buy. Or, girl, go ahead. Or, so like these are the things that women only equate respect to money. And I think that that's just goes back to how they're raised. Again, even how you are raised to respect your father. Your mother will, if he's not the father that your mom want him to be to you, or if he don't give her some certain amount of money, your first impression of respecting a man is based on money, because he didn't give my mom the money that she wanted. So he didn't buy me what I needed. So I don't respect my dad. He ain't give, so that's just, again, that's the initial idea of how you deem respecting a man, i.e. your husband, is only back to money. Again, if he loses his job, I don't respect him. He don't have no job. That's just, again, it's all intertwined to how they see things. So people thinking like Cheryl is probably, again, a very small percentage of women who view it that way, because they expect a woman like her who is famous, they don't expect her to be that way. They don't expect a woman to have all these accolades, to be with a man who makes less money than her. But again, she's not married. Like she said, I don't know when she got it. She might have just got to the point of realizing that, which again is too late. You old. So it's like,
well, we don't know that though, so don't talk about Cheryl.
I don't know for a fact, but I'm just saying, like, again, she said, I'm not married, but I'm going to assume that she ain't always think this way. Like, it's no way you just.
I'm just saying she wasn't out here slinging it though, like some of them.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying in the sense of the idea, I'm not going to date a man who makes less than me. This could be something that she's realizing now that I'm old, that I probably should change my perspective on it, because I thought I only needed a man who made more money than me. I didn't understand what the value of a man was all these years in my career. So
All right, so I got two things. One, she she worded it wrong, like because she's trying to like make being a head of household and breadwinner all in one. No, being a breadwinner, being a breadwinner, being a head of house is two different things. Like if I make my money, you're the breadwinner, no matter what you say. I'm the breadwinner. Now being a head of house is different. Number two, or she ain't got no man because she ugly. I don't know what you're talking
I
about right
knew
now,
you
bro.
was going to
She
say
ugly. She ugly. Like she ugly, and she's not as fit as she should be. Like I
I
don't
knew
care.
you was
Like I
going
tell everybody, it don't matter how much money you make. You have to date down seriously if you're not fit and cute. She ugly. Like you look at like Lizzo, not fit. No shit, dude. Date all the way down. Look at Precious. She did a little skinny little white man. Like it just is. That's just how women are. Like if you're not cute and fit, you don't have like a lot of people
You don't
you can
got a
pick
lot of
from.
options, yeah.
Okay, but as far as what she's saying about
You ain't got to
that,
call
I
Cheryl
think
ugly, though, bro.
she's definitely ugly. But
Jesus.
when it comes to like being head of house or something like that, that goes back to respect. Like you have to respect your man to allow him to do that for you. Like you have to respect him. I feel like a woman get with men when he don't respect. Like you don't respect him. So now he's fighting to be head of household, but you don't respect him. You have to be the man who you respect. Because you could be the man who makes less than you, but you still respect him as a man. You respect, you know what I'm saying, his leadership. You know what I'm saying, you value how he treats you, stuff like that. It all goes by the respect. And
But that's what I'm saying.
women are not raised like that. Women are raised to be independent and strong. How are you going to respect somebody when your independency overtakes the respect that you have for somebody? She's always going to pick her first. That's why when I say money, she will respect the man who has more money than her because that's just how women are. That's how women have been since the beginning of time. Even back in the day, woman stayed home. The man made the money. He made more money than her. It's been like that forever. You cannot take away the fact that
But
a
it's a new
woman
day, though.
wants a man. No, it doesn't matter about the day. It's
It
just
has to.
women. It doesn't, bro. That's just how women are. They've been since the beginning of the time. You
But the
cannot take
people,
away how a
the
woman's essence
breed
is.
of
That's the
people,
problem. We're trying to rewrite how history has always shown us that it was the correct way. When
I'm
it was
not,
a
that's not
patriarch,
what I'm doing.
when
That's
it was,
not what I'm doing. I
you're
know what
saying
the
it's a new
correct way
day.
is, but what I'm
You're
saying is that we breed in a different type at this point. The way it is, the way this shit is set up, like the women, all the women is going to school, going to the workforce, just like the men. Everybody's like going out into the same paths. Do you mean everybody just out? So it's like it's a
but you
different
gotta,
girl. It's a
but
different type of.
bored that, but bored. That still doesn't take away the fact that if you go to school, I go to school, and I'm making the same as you or more, you're going to respect me no matter what.
Right. But
That's how women are. I'm saying if a man makes less than
if
a
we
woman,
if we're if
unless
we
she's comfortable in her femininity and the way who she's a woman, she can respect him enough, allow him to lead, then that's where it's going to go. But most women aren't raised like that. Most
I
women aren't even raised to
agree.
be feminine. They're raised to be
What I'm
feminists.
saying is this, right? If we're in a scenario where we in the same, we like you said, we in the same school and whatever. Say we come out, I'm the man, I'm making 90, you the girl, you making 70, right? So you cool with that, right? But the point is, this do the 70, do it go to the family or the 70 just sit over there because we just rock off the 90? Like, how do it work? I don't understand that kind of shit. Like, I don't get it. It
Wait,
don't make fucking sense. I'd rather my wife be home then. Fuck that 70.
what's the question?
I'm saying he's saying like if you got to make a little bit more than her or whatever. So I'm saying if me and my girl both in like similar fields or whatever, but I make a little bit more. I make 90, she makes 70, right? So she's cool with that. She respect me now and all that, right? Because I make a little more. But I'm still saying, even if I do make a little more, where does the 70 go?
To the household.
If the 70 staying in the matrix, I want my girl to stay home then. Fuck that 70
So you're
going to
saying
work
that
for
the
no
70
reason.
is not contributing to the family.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But
But
hold on,
these girls
most
don't want to
most
stay home. You said that bullshit at the beginning, but these girls do not want to stay the fuck home. That's cap. They say that shit. That's cap, bro. It sound good on them R&B records. These girls want to work, bro. They come out working from the rip. When you meet them, they already working.
That's how
They
they're
already
raised. They
getting
have no
money
choice.
when you meet
That's
them.
but that's how they have no choice. Like they're not
What the
coming out of
fuck? You gonna
school.
stop now?
They're not bored. They're not coming out of school bored with a man sitting waiting for them at the gate with the
Are you
ability to
gonna
take care
stop
of them. To
now?
take care
I'm
of them.
meeting
They
you.
have to.
You're 35.
They
I'm
have to.
35. We just met. So you're going to stop now. You're going to stop being a super entrepreneur. You got 4 businesses. You work at the hospital. You're going to stop all this shit now.
Bro, okay,
Because why?
now you're saying the small amount of women
I'm
because
asking. I
you can
mean,
be an
again,
entrepreneur, but that
listen,
don't mean
I
you're
ain't
making
saying the
money. Number
women
one,
shouldn't
number
be the
two,
greatest in the
having a
world.
business is having a business. In order to be a boss, you have to have
I ain't saying nothing about
employees.
boss.
You're
I ain't
not
saying nothing
like
about
you said,
boss.
an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur people are people who who
I
own
said people
businesses,
got businesses, and they do. And at the end of the
right?
day,
So in order to have a business, you have to have what?
a fucking a EIN number.
no,
What you talking about?
no. My point I'm trying to get at is even like no matter what, a woman has to come out of school and find a way. Most women don't come out of school and get married and or have a man waiting for them to take care of them. So they have to work.
I
They have
know.
no
I'm just
choice.
saying. So how do we cut? How do you expect to cut that off? Though I'm saying, like, once you
You
get out,
can't. You can't. The economy won't let you. The economy is
so we
like that.
can't look at it the same way as like, yo, well, you just got to be home, and you can't look at it that way. It's
Well, no,
unrealistic.
it depends. If women date up, women like if you're a woman who dates an older man who's already established, then you can do that. But that's not how women are. Only only over here on this side, which is the West, where women look at a man dating a younger woman is like icky. Over there, that's what they do the whole time because older men
Yeah,
are
but
more
over
established,
there
they're
they
more
want
stable,
they
they
don't
have
want to
way
work.
more.
Over there they don't want to work. They ain't trying to have
Because
45
they
kids.
don't have to
They don't
because
want
they get
to.
taken care of. They're in the
No,
natural
you just
feminine
time
energy.
out,
No, they're in
bro.
their natural
You
feminine energy
just
because they
said,
get to be a woman.
bro. You just said that they don't care. That mess with the old man. It ain't icky. They think it's icky over here. A 24-year-old girl
I
talking
just
to
said
some
that in the West. I
so
just
she
said that
want
in the
hold up,
West.
so she want to work then because she could have a
No,
54
no, 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 no,
year
no,
old
no,
man.
no. They don't want to be. No, no, they don't want to be with an older guy because they
So
think
she
it's
want to
icky.
fucking work. You can't make it both.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
I
Uh,
do understand what you're
uh, uh,
saying. You talking yourself into a fucking hole. That's what you're
no,
doing.
I'm not. My thing is you can't change a person's ideology on how they were when they were a kid. When you're a kid, like over the East, sex is regular over there. Like you go to Europe, they have billboards of naked people everywhere. Over here in the West, sex is like the most taboo thing. Everything about sex is taboo. Like the reason why over here, kids be having babies and stuff like that, and want to have sex so bad is because it's not presented to them. It's taboo. Over there, sex is presented to them at a younger age, so they don't really care about sex. Like it's not like a thing where like gotta have sex. Over here, we have to have sex because we're told that sex is bad. We're told that when we were little, we're told we told daughters, get away from that boy. But that's not her natural instinct is to gravitate towards a boy. That's why
Bro,
little girls be gay because I told them to like boys. They said they're little kids. We it's like we try to hide sex from our kids for as long as we can. Over there they do that. They teach their kids sex at a young age, so they're not as curious as we are. We are so curious as people. We want to know how it feels and everything like that. We want to know everything about it. Over there, sex is just all over. Everywhere you go. It's sex, 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 sex. When you throw it in their face, they don't care about it anymore. It's natural. It's normal. Over here, sex is super taboo. So
but
we can't say that.
bro, but you making it an excuse. And I want to ask them
No, it's
though.
how it is. That's not an excuse. It's how it is, bro.
Hold on. I want to ask them though, because you can't if you're saying if you saying it's taboo, whatever, cool, that's your reasoning, whatever. It doesn't still the same fucking facts. If you telling me that a 24-year-old girl in the States have an option between working, getting her degree and shit, or marrying off to this 54-year-old rich billionaire, buku rich motherfucker. They're going to work and get their degree. Period. They want to
Oh,
fucking work. I don't care what you say, but go ahead, y'all
nah.
can answer. What y'all think?
Janine, you can
No,
go ahead.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
I don't know where y'all was going.
You don't know.
I don't know. Maybe. I repeat the question. I don't even know what's
You're
going on.
trying to follow
Okay,
y'all.
hold on. Let me get the
Y'all
question.
lost.
If a girl that's 20 years old, 20, I say 20, he said 24. If she has the choice between working or being with a older man whose lifestyle is conducive to what she wants,
It's
who,
rich.
who do you think? Yeah, he rich. Who do you think she's going to do? Work or be with the rich man?
Be with the rich man for sure.
My point exactly.
They're gonna go off that rich dude. I
Yes,
know.
I know one myself who literally are with men just because they got money. That's how women are. Because they
absolutely.
got money. They don't have the options over
Especially
here like over there.
especially the women that's coming up nowadays.
I don't know where y'all. I don't know where girls
It
y'all
will.
see.
I'm telling you, it doesn't take money. Is an idol to these
Girls
girls.
don't like the girls in America. Don't like old men.
Oh yes, they do. Listen,
They
they will sell their mama if they can live in a mansion. And I hate to say that.
Yes, yes.
That's just, and it sucks to say that, but the women that are coming up now,
they will all be getting married
concept
to the
of
old
marriage
men.
is I got to get what
You're
I
not
get,
going to
and
get
I'll do
married
what I
though.
have to do to have the lifestyle that I need. I will sell my mama. I'll sell my soul. I'll do what I need to do. I'll gather as much women to get it. They're
Yeah, see,
teaching
but
women how to be gold diggers. There is classes, there's courses, there's YouTube channels, there's TikTok pages, there's Instagram pages. Have
see,
the
y'all
aesthetic.
talking about
I'm telling you, that's
y'all
what
talking about something
today.
different though. I'm not talking about you the $3 grand for the night. I'm not talking
No,
about
you
that.
said if you were if a
I'm talking
20,
about marrying him. This is your man.
well,
He's
that was the first
54.
thing you
You're
said.
24, and y'all married. That's
Look,
it.
you didn't say marriage. He said choose to
Yes,
work.
he did. We was just talking. He said overseas they marry him. I said they won't do that here. They don't want them old ass men. Yeah, they're
No,
trick.
bro, no. They're not giving that much many
They're
opportunities
trick.
to
Of
do
course I
that.
know
No,
they're
no.
trick.
If you, I promise you, if you ask the 24-year-old girl
That's an
if
easy
she had
trick.
married a 54-year-old man, she would marry him because she wants the lifestyle.
I don't
Look,
like
think
it.
about it. All they want to do is be on social media
Why
all
they not
day,
getting
look
married then?
pretty,
No,
show
but
their
Why they
life.
not getting married then?
Because a lot of them don't qualify for those type of men. Because they don't qualify. Those type of men, they want submissive, they want feminine. A lot of these girls aren't submissive feminine, so they don't qualify for those type of men.
there's a
That's
lot.
why they
Go
There
ahead.
are
Go ahead.
women who are younger and married to older men because they give them a lifestyle. That is very much true. We see it all the time. They're pretty, they're young, their husbands are 50. They give them, they could buy whatever they want. They are. But they only are going to marry him if he is rich. That's it. They're not marrying a 50-year-old man and he got an average job. No, it's only going to be if he's rich. If he is rich, that's it. An average man, no. But rich, yes.
you
Absolutely.
you you take a man that make $250,000 a year, he can go get any girl he want. And I bet you if a girl meet him, she will be with him on the spot. You know why? She ain't gotta work. She ain't gotta work. He gonna take care of her, get her everything she want. 250 is like top what, like 5% of men or something like that. So
Yeah,
why
it's
would
up
she wanna
there.
be with him?
It might be lower than that.
So that's why I'm saying, like, see the woman, but the women over here, they don't qualify for that type of man. Because that type of man, he needs submission. Women don't even know how to be submissive. The
I
woman
mean,
hears submissive, it's the same thing when a man hears money. When a man hears a woman say, I want some money, it hurts the same when a woman hears, I want submission. That's just
to
how it
me,
is.
it seems like that plays more to what I'm saying, but I don't know. I don't understand how y'all see it, but
I'm just a girl. What's the next topic?
I think that's, I think that's all for
no, that's it. That's the last one. That's the last one.
I guess any final words regarding this? I don't remember the original question about Cheryl.
Sure.
About women, the breadwinner, head of the household. Again, I
Mhm.
think the grand scheme of things goes back to like most women are not going to respect a man if he don't have a certain amount of money. They're not going to be with a man. They're not going to view him as head of the household. It all goes again. Everything goes back to money. And if you don't have a certain amount of money or cannot give me a certain type of lifestyle, I will not respect you and you cannot lead me. Women do not, they won't submit to you if you don't have money. Their ability to submit to you is based on having money. And they say it all the time. Why would I submit to a broke man? Why would I? That's not. They don't equate even understanding of why I'm submitting to a man with no money. Um, so that is the biggest reality for us, and no matter how much we don't want to believe it or we don't think it's true, that's just what it is. And that is why we see the average man not being overlooked by the women, because they see him as average. They see him as not enough. They see him as, not worthy enough. And it all goes back to his money. Anything that how our society sees men is back to their money. And if they don't have the money, because that's what makes us overlook character. We don't really see character because we're focused on money. So as long as he has the character, as long as he has the money, we can bend on the character. We can, like you said, we don't care if he got a bunch of kids. We don't care if he not. We don't care if it's the money, and that is always the thing. Why we see so many women close my door, Saya. Why we see so many women in these situations where they have these like shock stories about how they was bamboozled and they didn't know he had kids because they didn't care. He probably did. You probably seen the little baby shoes on the floor. You ain't care about them shoes. Like you didn't ever ask where the shoes came from. I thought your kids was grown. You're like, we don't care. So because the money it's blinding us. And that's why we have this breakdown in our community with everything is money. Money is the thing. And I think what you kind of said earlier, Derek, it is a big thing that if we don't, a lot of stuff won't change if there is some super shift like the child support thing or something that has to threaten our ability to, like if there was a I'm gonna throw it out. This is like hypothetical. What if it was like a national rule? If you weigh less than or weigh more than 150, you can't date these men or you'll get arrested. Like they will lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Oh, wait a minute. They like that threatens my ability to get some money. So you'll see the whole gyms flooded out because that risks me not getting no money. If it's a border, like they're gonna put a wall up for us. 200 and over, we can't get in, and that's where because we have to have these very like strict, threatening type of things, and that's our downfall in our community is that we only react when it's somebody threatening us to do it. Like I'll threaten to take your kids and then you'll be a good mom. I'll threaten to fire you, then you want to show up to work on time. Like so we operate out of fear for a lot of us. That's the only way that we really show up is out of fear. And that kind of keeps us far behind because we don't just naturally get up and do the work and we aren't just trying to be great parents. So a lot of times we stay in a very much a victim mentality, and unless you like I said, threaten us or make us feel like you're gonna take it. Even the man, if you threaten to tell me you're gonna take all the stuff that you bought me, like I can't have that. Like there's no way, I'll stick it out. I'll figure out how to get better because I can't lose my big house. I can't lose my car. I can't lose my bag. So
that's why I'm going to work.
I'm leaving you and I'll find somebody else. That's what they're doing. I'm gonna leave you and find somebody else with some more money.
But that only works up until you hit that part of your life, like when you like Amber Rose type person, like you got a few licks, but now you're older, those licks kind of run out. They run out eventually. So I always tell women, what that I talk to, like like you're supposed to find somebody when you're young, and you go through the child tribulations with him. I'm not saying go through cheating and all that and get your butt kicked, but I'm saying like if he's down, if you stay down and you see
Go through
potential,
life.
the potential is going to be something. You like you do it with him, and then you'll get the benefits at the end. But women don't want to do that. Women want a finished product. They don't want a man who they had to grind with, and I'm saying had to, sleep in one bedroom apartment. I'm saying when it's just like a studio or something like that. They don't want that. No, they want to be on TikTok saying I got a big house, I got all stuff like that, got a nice car, instead of waiting until they like until he finally hit. Like remember the movie Acrimony? When the woman went crazy. Look at that.
Roger, yeah.
She could have stayed down and had everything. No, she couldn't take it. It wasn't like he was cheating on her, whooping ass down like that. He just didn't hit yet. So when he hit, he even gave her money and everything, bought her house and everything. It wasn't up. Her ego couldn't take the fact that this man finally hit, and everything that he promised her, he gave to somebody else. But that was his vision the whole time for her. She couldn't stay down. But I would want to say this with the for my closing with the Cheryl thing. I think that from what I see is that Thomas is different. You know, she's older than even us. Like she's not our age by far. Like she's coming from a mindset of older people and how she raised a two-parent home and all that. So she has different ideologies. Like I said, she can't find a real man because she ugly. She overweight. Like I don't care what nobody say. Like if she was pretty, she would have had a man. Women don't want to. Women do not want to understand that. That's the truth. I don't care how good a woman you are. If you don't look the part, you have to look the part first. Men are visual creatures. If I look at you and I don't see somebody I want to be with, I ain't gonna be with you. Now she come over here and get like a man like me, a regular dude, and it'll be like, look, she got money. I'll be with her. I mean, I wouldn't be with her, but I'm just saying, somebody like, somebody regular. But if she was like more fit, she could get a man. Like I'm saying, like that's a better quality, but she ugly and fat. What she could do. So
Um,
that's just whatever.
yeah,
But I
for
don't
me,
think
I
that
just
I think respect is everything. I think in order for a man to be head of household, he has to be respected first.
yeah. For me, I just think you know, you could check all of these red pill spaces and all these guys that be in these comments, all these guys that's probably in these comments. Most of them in their 40s, 50s, got money, got the jobs. Where they young girl at? Why they not married?
Mhm.
I don't see the evidence of what y'all talking about. I, wa-
Because
I,
I
wa-
told you
The
that
other,
they don't qualify it. They don't
it's
qualify
probably
for it.
it's probably a few. Yeah,
but
they qualify to work. And the
No, no,
point
no. I'm talking
and
about
the,
just
hold
submission.
up,
Like
bro. Hold
women
up,
aren't.
hold up. Let me get it out.
what
They
are you saying?
qualify
You
to
said
work,
who don't
right?
qualify?
And at the end of the day, right? In our country, in our community, people that's out here dating, you gonna meet somebody that's working. So that's what I'm trying to speak to, like the realistic. All that other shit, that shit is slim. That shit ain't happening all the time. It ain't a whole bunch of 56-year-olds with a 24-year-old. It ain't a lot of that.
No,
You
no,
know,
it's not
living
like
in
you don't
mansions
see
and
it,
all that.
bro. No, bro,
Like,
you don't see it
it ain't a
because
lot of
you
that.
only see, but you only see the hood girls. You don't see the middle
No, I
class
don't.
people.
How you gonna
You,
tell me
bro,
who I see?
no, no, listen, no, no. What I'm saying is, most like us as black people, we all live in a box where we only see the social media type of girl. We see that type. We don't really see the people who are not seen
Bro,
because
bro,
they're living life in the suburbs. They're not on social media like that. They're not that. I see a lot of
bro,
people
you know
who are
how many
older
people,
marrying young people.
bro,
A lot.
you know how many people I know that got degrees and good jobs and plenty of money and a dog?
You talking about a woman or a man?
Women.
No, I'm no. You just asked why the 56-year-olds
So
ain't married to the younger girls.
I'm
I'm not talking
saying
about the women that are
no,
old.
what I'm saying is that's the norm. I'm trying to speak to the norm. Y'all trying to speak to a small ass percentage. That's all I'm saying.
I told you why though. Women don't qualify. She actually, that's the girl actually who I'm talking about. I'm talking about in general. Women aren't submissive. Those type of men who are rich and all that, they want a submissive woman. They
Hmm.
want a woman who listens. When you're young, you don't think that you gotta listen to anybody. You want to be wild, free. You want to do what you want to, go clubbing and stuff like that. Men don't want that.
I
If
Hmm.
agree.
I'm rich, I don't want my woman out there on TMZ
So
getting
it
caught up in
doesn't
something like
mix,
that.
correct? So it doesn't
He says,
mix, right?
no, they just marry white. They marry other races. You get real with you.
Why?
Marry
Because
other
it doesn't
races.
mix, right?
They marry other races though,
Just say
because white
yes,
women
brother.
are
Just say
white
yes,
women
brother. It
are
doesn't
are
mix.
raised to be wives. Black women are raised to be independent. I never heard a white woman say, "I'm a strong, independent white woman." I never heard an Asian woman say that. Puerto Rican woman say that. No,
I'm
it's
not
only
arguing
strong,
that
independent
though.
black women.
I'm not
So that's
arguing
what I'm
that. I'm
saying.
just
So
saying everything you saying is feeding to my argument. You're saying they strong, independent, they this, they that, they this, they that. This is what I'm saying. So I'm saying this is who you're going to meet on the day and market 85% of the time. So you gotta learn how to work with that. Or
no, no,
you
you
or
don't. No,
you
no,
want
no, you
or
don't. No, you
unless you want
don't.
hold up. Unless you want the brothers to do the same thing they do and just keep making up fairies that they're not going to find.
No, you go to another race. You go somewhere, get another race.
I ain't
That's it.
promoting
No,
that.
listen, I don't promote it, but I'm telling you what black men are doing. Like, think about this. Look at Michael Jordan. His wife is like 20-something years old. The dude in his 50s. Everybody got money. When they divorce their old wife, they will get a younger woman. How you don't see it? That's all over. That's just how it is. They always want a younger woman because men value youth and beauty, and they value a woman who don't have a lot of trauma. Somebody our age probably got 2 or 3 kids, 2 or 3 baby fathers, and got a lot of trauma. Why do I want to deal with that? I go give me a 25, 26-year-old girl who has way less trauma, no kids. It's a big difference. That's why older men go like younger women because older women are trauma filled. Well, I think Vivica Fox and all them, Nia Long, they don't have no men. Holly Berry done been with 18,000 different men. Like because they're old and they're traumatic.
I
It's
agree.
hard to find an older woman who is soft, has trauma, but worked on her trauma. Because everybody has trauma once you get up their age. Not everybody, even men, we all have trauma. But I'm saying it's easier to deal with somebody who's younger and not as exposed to the world as much.
I do agree, but I do think that the girls we have patrolling around the states today, even the ones that's 25, like they ain't got no low body count and all that. This shit different. But again, like I mean, y'all want to make up a fantasy? I'll let y'all.
I ain't said nothing body count. I said kids. I said kids. I'm not oblivious to the fact that
I'm just saying, you
people
take
having
a kid
sex at an earlier
25
age and
and
down
she
here
gonna have
humping.
a low
I'm
body count
saying
and
I'm
no
saying
trauma, and it's gonna be tough for
no,
her.
her trauma is less. Listen, the trauma comes from having baby fathers and stuff like that's where the more trauma comes from. The long relationship with baby fathers and all that. Like you have a child in this world. The trauma comes from him not being there most of the time. But if you're a girl, you had let's say you got 10 bodies and you're 24, and your trauma is more so I just had sex with a guy that didn't work out. But if you 35 with 3 kids and you got that's a different type of trauma. That's
That's
way
different for sure.
different.
Different for sure.
What I'm basically saying at the end of the day is like I'm not saying that there aren't women out there who are older who are peaceful. There are a lot, but those women are married. Those women are married. Those women have a man, like point
Most
blank,
of
because men will gravitate to her, see her like, damn, she peaceful. I'm gonna keep her. It's the one like for the most part. Just look at the entertainment business. All them old ass women, they be single. Point blank, they be single. Or they settling for some dude who just handsome. Somebody they turn to a minute and they want arm candy now. I hate when women want arm candy. Why do you want arm candy? Men are supposed to be masculine, brute, hairy, you know what I'm saying, like that. Why do y'all want a cute man? You're supposed to be the cute one. Women are so indecisive, they don't understand anything. Like, why do you want a cute man? Cute men, like it's weird to
I
me.
said that before. I got backlash when I said that before.
Like they say, I want to be attracted to somebody. No, you're attracted to his power. That's why somebody like Rick Ross can sleep with all these women. Rick Ross, if he didn't have no money, he would be some regular fat dude. Like, let's just be honest. I heard a girl say Beanie Siegel was sexy. I was like, what? But this was
Chill,
back in the
bro.
day. This was back in the day in high school, and I was like, Beanie Siegel, like Jay-Z is with Beyonce. He's ugly. My thing is, a man that's supposed to be the looker, supposed to be the woman. Woman, you care about his character stuff like that. You don't care about how he looks. As long as that man can take care of
so,
you, has a good character like that, the look should be secondary. But y'all women, y'all take a man and want a cute man.
so let me
Cute
ask you
men
this, D.
have
Right?
more options. They have more
This
options.
this the last thing before we close out. I want to ask you this: what do you think is the best like solution for both parties? Like, where can we meet at?
You
What
have to, women
where
have to
who can
have to
sacrifice something? Like, where can they
average
meet
women have to be with average men. Point blank. I think that's the problem.
average
Average
women meet
woman,
an average
average
woman, right?
woman, average no, average like at totality. Like if you could be a seven, but you work at I don't know Walmart. Why do you think that you can go get you $1 billion man when you have put no work in and nothing? You are just like you're just regular. Like
So
why
you
do
think
regular people think they deserve somebody not regular?
so you think the money
That's
should
that,
match
that's my
up?
point.
So you do think the money
No,
should
no, no,
match
no. I think how you are as a person should match up.
up? Okay.
Money plays a part, but it's more so like if you're like let's say you're a regular girl, you chilling. Like, why do you think you deserve a man who makes, let's say, $150,000 a year. Why do you think you deserve him? Why? You're average. Why do you think you deserve above average? Like
So
why?
everybody need to just be more realistic with with their
With
where
their
they rank
class,
at,
with their class, yeah, where
where
their
they rank
class
at.
is at, where their
Yeah,
class is at. Now, I can't talk for a girl who's a dime or a nine. Like those girls are going to get those type of men regardless because they're that beautiful. But if you're a regular girl, why do you think you deserve somebody that's irregular?
copy.
Men, we know that. Men, we know that. We know our class. Like, I don't think I deserve what could get Beyonce. That's not my class. It's just
Right.
not my class. Like, I think give me a regular 6 and I'm good. As long as she treats me good. Women don't understand that. Women be wanting the same archetype as a man. 6 foot and over, 6 foot and over, which is like mind boggling because there's only 11% of men in the whole US that's 6 foot and older, which means you're eliminating 89% of men over height. And you're 5'4", which is
Yeah,
mind boggling. You're
they
five
got, I
four
think they gotta
and a
let the
5'9" man is too short. Like what? What do you want? Why you want somebody that's that tall anyway? And they want
so
a man that's 6 foot and he has to be cute. Why do we gotta be cute? Like why does looks play a part? Like I'm gonna ask you, just a girl, and Kay, why do looks play a integral part on how you choose a man?
I mean, I think that no one women are still visual as well. So I don't think that it's just like you should just take whatever, like you want to still want to look at your partners. I think it's a difference of, yes, there can be some extremes where women are like very much trying to make their men into some model and some figure that they can dress up. But I think at the same time, I don't think it's like we should not consider looks at all. Um, Again, it may not be to the extreme of like how men, like where men, it's like you got to have this and this, and women can compromise on like, okay, maybe he doesn't, I'll take a little bit of weight, but I prefer for him to have no glasses, or like I think that everyone has a preference. I think that it shouldn't, for women, exclude the fact that looks shouldn't matter. Now, again, should he be prettier than you or cuter than you and all that type of stuff? That's a whole different thing. But I think in the grand scheme of things, people still are visual and they still want to be attracted to their partner. And women, find attraction in men as well.
I was going to agree with Janine. Like I think that it's okay to want to be attracted to your partner. I don't think anything's wrong with that. Um, I think that yes, you should always look at the character, look at what they stand for, their principle, their code of conduct, how they are. Yes, but it's nothing wrong with wanting to be with a person that you um, find attractive. I do think um, nowadays that's prioritized over other things that I think are still as important. But women, we still want, look at our do and be like, yes, like that's what we do, if nobody knew, but we think like that too. But I know it's different for men. With women, I know that it's important, but it's different from a male and female perspective. So
Mm-hmm.
when it
I'll say
comes to
this: flavor of love is show people that looks aren't what women want. Y'all just overlook that whole situation. He ugly and everything. Had some bad girls on there who want to be with him. Because woman, you're attracted to his power and his resources. You don't care about his looks. You only care about his looks if he average or broke. So I'm saying you care about look. Y'all don't care like rich men are ugly. Look at all the rich men, they ugly, but they stay with a badge on. Y'all, it's like y'all try to make it seem like looks matter. Looks only matter if he don't got no money.
True, right?
That's when looks matter.
You're right. You're right.
So
Yeah.
so Flavor of Love showed us that you could be butt ugly and still get some bad girls. So when y'all say, I want to be like, damn, no, you want to be like, damn his pockets. Because if an ugly man came up to you, a millionaire, let's say an African king, whatever prince came up to you, all this money, and was ugly, a girl would be like, ah, he rich though. He rich. Like, I could live that lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying elephant man ugly. That's like, cause y'all go to the extreme. I'm not saying he look crazy. I'm saying like, but he's not like somebody you would date or be with if you didn't have the money. That's my point. So if you be real with yourself, women don't care about looks unless he's ugly. I'm sorry, unless he's broke. That's it. So all that, I want to look at my man and say, that's because he average or he like a regular dude. But if he got some money, you're gonna look at him and say, he rich. It's simple as that. And that's how I feel.
So,
Okay.
I just want to say before we close out, appreciate y'all for coming on. Kay and Derek, y'all know y'all family, so I'm sure y'all will be back. Shout out to everybody in the chat, especially the super chats. I mean, we appreciate y'all for tapping in, rocking with us. So this is our first of the 50-50 house show, and we will tighten this thing up and get it better for y'all. So we appreciate y'all. Everybody have a good night.
Thank y'all. Make sure you subscribe to
Thank
the
you.
channel as well. And you can catch me for another episode of Just a Girl Talk tomorrow. Bye. Good night, everybody.